Oh, I'm so glad to have the Premier League back after the international break. I got kind of bored, man. I just didn't even really have no interest in the international games, to be honest. I just know that England won both their games. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, really. Yeah, hi, my name's Seth, and welcome to Premier League predictions. We are into game week 5 now. It's good to be back. I've just been very busy at the moment. Obviously with the international break as well. I just had other stuff going on as well. But yeah, glad to be back. I got really bored, to be honest. But yeah, man, go to these predictions that I'd had before the international break. Yeah, some very interesting predictions, as I say. I'll go through them right now, to be honest. Let's see what I predicted. The only one I got really right was the Southampton Man United, which is 1-1. That's the only one I got nailed on correct. I'll go through the other ones. I said Chelsea 1-0. That ended up being 2-2. They ended up throwing a 2-goal lead. Yikes. Villa 2-1. They ended up being Palace 1-0. Oh boy. I'm not going to get onto that game because the ref had a disaster with that decision. Yeah, Leicester Bournemouth 1-1, I said. Leicester ended up winning 3-1. Okay, that took me by surprise. Man City 2-0. They ended up being 4-0. Yeah, City just going on a battering right now. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, Newcastle 1-0. I thought they'll get something against Watford, but that ended up being 1-1. Surprising. West Ham 3-2. So here's this here. I said it would be a high scoring game because both West Ham and Norwich, we can't defend, and it ended up being West Ham's best game today. Ended up being West Ham 2-0, but it should have been 6. But yeah, anyway. Liverpool 1-0, I said, but it ended up being 3-0. That game wasn't really a 3-0, but it is what it is. Everton 0-0, I said that'll be an absolute dud. Ended up being one of the most exciting games. Ended up being Everton 3-2. And then Arsenal 2-1, I thought that there would be a close game, but ended up being 2-2. So yeah, some very interesting results over game week 4. Now on to game week 5 and my predictions, what I'm going to think. On to the first game. It's a Saturday afternoon kick-off between Newcastle and Liverpool. Well, it's actually the other way around, Liverpool at home, but anyway. Yeah, we had Liverpool win 3-0 against Burnley. Thought it was a bit of a harsh scoreline on Burnley, but is what it is. But yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold had like some freak cross/shot. I don't know what the hell that was, but then it went in. And then Mane got on the score sheet as well. And then Mane was also pissed off for Salah the way, because Salah was being an absolute greedy bastard, trying to go for glory. There was that one occasion where he took it on his right foot and he could have easily played into Mane. And see the way Mane kicked off was just hilarious, man. Because Mane never kicks off. He seems like a calm guy, but then Salah just took him over the edge for some reason. And then Newcastle ended up drawing 1-1 with Watford. Yeah, then I don't really know what to make much about that game, to be honest. I know that Fabian Schär, he had a really, really good game from what I saw. But other than that, yeah, they ended up drawing. I don't know what to predict with this. It's a pretty tough game to predict. But for me, I just feel that I think Liverpool have a slow start, but then they'll end up overcoming Newcastle, and I think it'll be a 2-0 Liverpool win I'm going to go for. Yeah, on to the next game, we have Brighton versus Burnley. Both teams coming off losses decisively. Burnley ended up losing 3-0 to Liverpool. I thought the scoreline was a bit harsh on them. On the other hand, you had Brighton get absolutely battered by Manchester City 4-0. Like I said, City had done this to us. They battered us. They battered Brighton. City are going to batter many teams, I think, this season. But it is what it is. This game, I think it's going to be a very, very close game. But I'm going to go based on how both teams have been at the start. And I think that I think Burnley are going to nick it, in fact. I think it will be like a 1-0 Burnley win, to be honest. Yeah, on to the next game, we have Spurs versus Palace. Spurs coming off a 2-2 draw against Arsenal. They were 2-0 up, in fact, and then they ended up drawing 2-2. Threw away a 2-goal lead. It was a tale of two halves, really. Spurs were pretty good first half. They were dominating, and then the turning point was when they let the Arsenal back in it just before half time. In the second half, they just were getting completely battered, to be honest, in my opinion. But they end up drawing, it is what it is. Then you have Palace end up winning 1-0. Jordan Ayew getting on the score sheet once again. Yeah, it was just marred by that refereeing decision. I'll get into that later with that refereeing decision because I think that's a fucking shambles. Sorry to swear, but yeah, it was a shambolic decision. But yeah, for me, another close game. I don't think Spurs have been all that this season, to be honest. Palace could make it difficult for them, but for me, I think it would be a 1-0 Spurs. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 1-0 Spurs. Next game, we have Sheffield United versus Southampton. Sheffield United coming back from 2-0 down to end up drawing against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. That's really, really good. Sheffield United continuing to be a hard-working side, a team to be difficult to beat at the moment, or to break down, I should say. Southampton, on the other hand, they're getting back into the swing of things, getting a point against Man United. Even going down to 10 men, they still held on, got that point. This game, it's going to be one of them games where it's just going to be like, who's going to break first? And it's going to be a very cagey game, I think. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go over 1-1 draw. That's what popped in my head. I reckon. I'm just gonna go 1-1. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, next game we have Man United versus Leicester. Man United coming off a disappointing draw against Southampton. Danny James continuing to get on the score sheet. He's been impressive so far, trying to prove people wrong. But I just don't know. I just feel with Man United, I just feel it's just a bit boring, man. The way they play at the moment, just their footballing style is just subpar, to be honest. And Leicester, on the other hand, they've looked impressive. They got a 3-1 win against Bournemouth. Jamie Vardy getting on the score sheet, got a brace, in fact. Got an assist as well. Jamie Vardy's been impressive so far. In fact, Leicester have it in general. It's going to be interesting how they're going to play against Man United. But I think, personally, in my opinion, the way Man United have played, I think Leicester can capitalise on beating them. It'll be a close game, but I think Leicester can capitalise on beating them. And I'm just going to go out the limb. I'm just going to go and say Leicester are going to beat Man United 2-1. Yeah, on to the next game, we have Wolves versus Chelsea. Wolves coming off that crazy 3-2 game against Everton. They end up losing. That game, I thought was it's funny that because I said this game, that game, in fact, was going to be an absolute dud, like a 0-0 boring game. Ended up being an exciting game, especially the first half, and it ended up being 2-2. There was just like goals flying in left, right, and centre. Unfortunately, the Wolves are going to be losing Bolly. He got red carded, so they'll be missing with him. Chelsea, on the other hand, they threw a 2-0 lead at home to Sheffield United. Yeah, so that ended up being 2-2. And Tammy Abraham continuing his goal scoring form, ended up getting a brace. This is going to be a very interesting game. Chelsea, they continue to leak goals. I just don't know how. It's gonna go, man. I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm gonna predict it will be 1-1. I think it'll be a very tight game, very cagey. I think as well. Another cagey game I'm gonna go with. So yeah, I'm gonna go out the limb and just say 1-1. Screw it. Yeah, on to the Saturday evening game. We have Norwich versus Manchester City. Norwich coming off a 2-0 loss against West Ham. The way Norwich were, man. They just didn't really look into it, to be honest, man. Second half, and they could have been battered if it wasn't for Tim Krul and some other things that happened, and it could have been 5 or 6. Pookie was shut down completely. There was no Pookie party. Yes. But to be honest, with Norwich, I was impressed with their fullbacks, Max Aarons and Jamal Lewis. I really like the look of both of them at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see how they do throughout the season. Manchester City battered Brighton 4-0. Shock. City are going to do that to many teams. I'm probably going to say this over and over throughout this whole season, but it's true, let's be honest. The way Norwich are, the way they play with their open style of play, I think it's tailor-made for Manchester City. I think Manchester City are just going to carve them open. And I'm going to go with 3-0, but don't be surprised if this is going to be an absolute mauling, like a 4-0, 5-0, probably 6. Just don't be surprised at all, because the way City are, man, they're just rampant at the moment. Yeah, on to the first of our Sunday game. We have Bournemouth vs Everton. Bournemouth coming off a 3-1 loss against Leicester. Callum Wilson did get on the score sheet. We did make it 1-1, but then Leicester just turned it up, and then they just ended up making it 3-1. Everton ended up winning 3-2, like, with an exciting first half. Ended up being 2-2 in the first half. Richarlison actually got a brace, in fact. This is going to be one of them games where you just don't know what team's going to turn up. You just got to figure out if Bournemouth is going to turn up or Everton's going to turn up. It's just one of them ones. It's just who's going to turn up. It will be a very close game, to be honest. It's just one of them ones. I just don't know, really. I'm going to go with Everton 2-1, but I'm not confident with that pick. I'm not confident with that prediction at all. So I'm just going to go with that and let's see what happens. Yeah, on to the next Sunday game. We have Watford vs Arsenal. Watford getting their first point of the season, end up drawing 1-1 to Newcastle. But then it found out that their manager ends up getting sacked after and replaced by the last manager they sacked. What is going on, man? You know, it's a weird one. I don't know. Strange thing to do. But you know, I don't know. Just Watford are a strange club at the moment. Yeah, Arsenal coming off a 2-2 draw against Spurs. They ended up being 2-0 down. In fact, like I said, it was a tale of two halves. There was an impressive first half until they got that goal straight before half time, which changed the momentum of the game. Because the second half, they just completely battered Spurs, to be honest. How I think it's going to go, for me, I think I'm going to go with 2-0 Arsenal. That's what I'm going to go with. And on to the Monday night game. Under the lights, we have Aston Villa versus West Ham. Villa coming off a 1-0 loss against Crystal Palace. It's going to be overshadowed by that shocking referee decision to disallow Villa's goal, man. That which proved costly. Yeah, I just don't know what the hell the ref was thinking. He booked Grealish for diving, but Grealish was the one that made the pass, which led to the goal, which was disallowed. I don't know what was going through the ref's head. It just didn't make sense at all. Yeah, and then West Ham on the other hand ended up winning 2-0 against Norwich. Ended up being their best game that I've seen in a long time. Especially second half. Damn, it could have been 5, could have been 6. But you know, I'll take it. I'll take a 2-0 win. You know, I thought it was going to be an end-to-end like a basketball game, but you know, it is what it is. For me, I think it'll be a very tight game. I think Villa will make it difficult for us. They will make it a very, very good game. But in the end, I think West Ham will win. But I think they'll win ugly. But I'm going to go with a 1-0 West Ham win. Yeah, I hope so, you know. I'll be at that game as well, so, you know, I'm going to be cheering, you know, if I have a few drinks, you know. But, yeah, I'm going to go with 1-0 West Ham. And, yeah, boom, that's week 5 done, man. Yeah, hopefully West Ham continue their good form at the moment. Ever since the Man City defeat, man, it seems that we'll be picking up points where we've needed. Like we got the point against Brighton because that's going to be difficult. We never beat Brighton. We end up getting the win against Watford. We end up beating Norwich. Hopefully we get the win against Aston Villa. You just never know. We just continue this winning ways at the moment. But yeah, man, to see how these predictions go. Let's see how week 5 goes. I don't know, man. Hopefully I'll get some more predictions right. Obviously I want the West Ham predictions to be correct. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. Yeah, like I said, give me your thoughts, give me your predictions. Just like, subscribe to Irons United. Just, you know, the link's down below, man. Just, yeah, and hopefully we continue winning ways, man. Come on, you Irons.